My paper is that that conflict demonstrated how this political instability in West Asia can threaten of the Indo-Pacific nations and accelerate their transition towards diversified and sustainable energy system. Now the question arises that the what is the role of the state of Hormuz? The strategic importance of the Hormuz is that the Strait of Hormuz serves as the world's most significant energy choke point. A large proportion of global oil and liquefied natural gas exports pass through this narrow waterway. From an analytical perspective, the conflict highlights a fundamental contradiction in the Indo-Pacific's economic growth model. While countries such as India, China, Japan, and South Korea are geographically distant from West Asia, their economic prosperity remains deeply dependent on energy supplies originating from that region. Thus, the conflict reveals a strategic interdependence between Middle Eastern stability and the Indo-Pacific economic security. And this impacts on global energy markets. The immediate consequence of the conflict has been highlighted certainty in global market energy. The major effects can be identified by these: rising oil and natural prices, increased transformation and insurance costs, and greater volatility in energy supply chain. The significance of these developments lies not merely in higher prices but in the unpredictability they create. Modern economics depend on stable and affordable energy supplies. When markets become uncertain, investment decisions, industrial output, and economic growth are adversely affected. Therefore, the Iran conflict functions as a geo-economic choke capable of influencing global markets for beyond that battlefield. And these implication not only faces the Indo-Pacific region, that India, for an example, the India remains heavily dependent on imported crude oil, highly energy prices increases, inflation within the trade deficit, and place pressure on government finances. China also has been facing the same problem. China faces risks to energy intensive manufacturing sectors and concerns regarding uninterrupted supply chains. Japan and South Korea, both countries possess limited domestic energy resources and therefore remain highly vulnerable to external energy disruption. And the Asian countries, many South Asian countries face rising production costs and reduced economic competitiveness. The broader implication is that energy dependence creates energy vulnerability regardless of a country's military or economic growth. So the major findings of my research paper is energy security and geopolitical stability are also interconnected. And the Strait of Hormuz remains a critical vulnerability for the Indo-Pacific. Alternative suppliers can reduce short-term disruptions but cannot eliminate market volatility. Inflation and industrial information and industrial supply chain are also interrupted by this war. So now I am concluding my paper. The Iran conflict serves as a reminder that energy security is no longer merely an economic issue, but it is a strategic and geopolitical concern. The experience of Indo-Pacific nations demonstrate that reliance on the single region for energy supplies create substantial vulnerabilities. Consequently, diversification of energy sources, regional cooperation, strategic reverses, renewable energy expansion, and nuclear power development have become essential components for long-term security planning. In conclusion, the most important lesson from the Iran conflict is that sustainable energy transition is not only one environmental necessity but also a strategic imperative for the Indo-Pacific region. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mopriya. Uh, there are 19 paper presenters. All are presented excellently. My wishes, all of you, and my suggestion to all of you, please develop your article and publish either in a book or in an article. And at the same time, uh, I must say that the strategic culture of India basically depend on history, geographical location, political culture, and civilizational belief. And it is evolved over the years. And India trying to become a powerful state and trying to increase its capability, its strength through their through its different tactics. You know the Indian yoga, one of them, Indian space research, and Indian the participation of Quad, participation of BRICS, so many. The aim of the every state is first to survive. So all the state of the international system, you all are know, the international system is an anarchical system. There is no eternal enemies, no eternal friends, only eternal interest. So every state is trying to first survive, then it increase its power and influence to others. India is trying to become a powerful state, and then it India want to influence to other states and became the major global power. That is the my understanding from the your papers and today's all day seminar. So we have our co-chairperson Deepika Chetri madam. I would like to request him to say something regarding the online paper presentation. At the to ask your co-presenter, you can do that. So at first, I request my co-chairperson Deepika Madam to say something. Uh, okay. Have any question? No. So I request Deepika Madam say something on the online paper presentation session.
Hello everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate everyone for presenting a very good paper. So we are in the concluding session. So without delay, I wanted to conclude this session, and because we have other programs on the other side also. Uh, I just wanted to inform you that within 3 or 4 days you'll get all their certificates. Is that okay? Is that clear? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
You can contact through we can contact through the WhatsApp group. Okay? Communicate through the WhatsApp group. Okay. So here I conclude the today's seminar. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.